Hello, I'm Ramie.
And I'm Beth.
And this is Brother Knows Quest, the podcast where I, your host, introduce my sister to the wonderful world of tabletop role-playing games. Beth, it was so big I couldn't really slide it over to you, so I just laid it there. Tell us what we're talking about today.
Pathfinder for role-playing game. Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. Ultimate Core.
I think you said that out of order.
I think so too, but it's okay.
It's Savage Worlds for Pathfinder. Or Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
And last time we talked about Pathfinder First Edition, which is a D20 system. And the difference is, well, both Pathfinder 1E and Savage Worlds version draw inspiration from the same fantasy realm of Golarion, the official Pathfinder world. But they offer radically different gameplay experiences due to the underlying game systems. You know, Savage Worlds and the D20 system aren't the same. Savage Worlds, you have edges and hindrances to build your character. You have so many points to spend on your character as you start the game. And if you take some hindrances, which is negatives to your character, you get more points to spend towards your abilities or more edges, which is good things for your character. It don't really have a class system. Savage Worlds don't. So they had to change this a bit. Mainly, they added archetypes, which is basically an edge that you take for free at the start of the game. And it will give you things like they represent core class concepts like cleric, bard, fighter, rogue, barbarian, wizard. You have power points in Savage Worlds, so you kind of get the spells that you would normally see from Pathfinder. What do you got in front of you exactly? I should have asked you that first.
An extremely heavy and large box. Ultimate Core.
Yeah. I don't think you can get the whole thing in PDF. I think you can get individual pieces of it in PDF. But if you go to Pinnacle Entertainment Group's website, you can find it there. And they have a good thing about if you buy a physical copy of their product from anywhere, as long as you have a receipt and the physical copy and you email them a picture of both of those things, they will give you the PDF on their website as well, which is nice. A lot of companies, you have to buy both separately. What is the price point on the physical version of that Ultimate Box?
$199.99, but this box is large and heavy and full of stuff.
Yeah. It comes with everything you would need to play this.
You haven't even opened these cards.
Oh, no, I have PDFs of everything. So I tend to, when I get PDFs of everything, I don't mess with the physical copy.
Then why'd you buy the physical
What? I can't stick a PDF on the shelf. I like my collection. Okay. Also, if we ever played in person, that would be handy to have all those. And since our group only ever wants to play D&D, when we actually have a proper group, I'm stuck just having them in the hopes one day that I will use them.
I would play them. I would give them a chance. Oh, these are bookmarks.
Yeah, and they also have rules on the bookmarks.
I see that. I thought that's all it was cards with book.
I should say,
rules.
Before I go into more details about this, I will have a PDF link to Drive Through RPG if you just want to buy the PDF for $24 for the core rule book. And this, unlike most Savage Worlds settings books, you don't need the core Savage Worlds book to play it. It has the core rules in this Pathfinder for Savage Worlds book. So for your $24, you get a fully playable fantasy game.
Okay, what's with the big fireball? Never mind.
It's a template to lay over the maps or whatever to see how big your fireball will be.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's a shame you haven't opened anything.
I know. Now back to the rest of this. It will be an affiliate link, that Drive Through RPG link. I forgot to mention that, I believe. It will not give us cash if you use it, but it'll be the same price for you as if you bought it by yourself. But if you use the link to buy it, it will give us store credit to buy more things to talk about on Drive Through RPG. Okay, now back to the archetypes like the cleric and all that for Savage Worlds version. They have specific starting attributes and edges, skills and edges, special abilities tailored to that archetype, like the bard. Then you can customize the additional edges you want to get yourself as you level up or start off with more points or however you want to do that. The key differences from Pathfinder 1E is the lighter rules also. Savage Worlds is fairly rules light. They have a saying. What is their motto?
Oh, hold on. Hold everything in here. Fast, furious, and fun.
Yeah, okay, that's it. It's and it is. It's also the game we talked about first, I believe. Maybe we talked about D&D once and then we went on to Savage Worlds, or maybe Software System. I think it was Savage Worlds. You do initiative through a card handout, 52, 54, however many cards are in a deck. That's how you do initiative. And that carried over into the Pathfinder version of that game as well. You level up quicker than you would in regular Pathfinder because it's Savage Worlds. It's more about narrative cohesion. Pathfinder is real crunchy, and this is just easier to do narratively. Example archetypes would be the Berserker Barbarian, grants a bonus while you rage. You have weapon mastery, brutal attacks, The Trickery Bard offers deception, performance, and manipulating social situations. The Battle Priest Cleric, Divine Combat Blessings, and the Two-Handed Fighter, the Shadowy Rogue. It's just, like I said, quicker and more narrative-based.
This has nothing to do with that. I just want to say the paper in this book feels great.
Most of their box sets aren't that expensive, I should also say. That one just comes with so much. Bennies, you have bennies in the Savage World system, like little tokens you get earned or get handed out early in the game at the start of each session. And you can use those to do things. Like there's a status called Shaken. If you take so much damage, you get shaken, and you can only do so many things your next turn. You can spend a Benny to get rid of that. You can spend a Benny to just do odds and ends throughout the game. They use poker chips in Savage Worlds a lot of times for that. And if you get a box set from Pinnacle, it will come with really well-made poker chips. Not the plastic cheap things you get like at Walmart or somewhere. These are well-made, and you can hand them out and use them as bennies. I also have, like I said, you have power points for spells. You have a little tracker for each person in your game as well in the box set. It's what those funny little round things are. Have you found them?
Oh, I found them a long time ago. I'm just rubbing this paper.
Okay.
It's so soft.
You can get a companion for it. It has a little bit more about the world of Golarion. Oh, goodness, what's the name of it again? That's it. I always get it in Glorantha mixed up from RuneQuest. That's why I have to make sure I don't say it wrong. If you want the companion, it costs a little extra. And they have an advanced player's guide like Pathfinder First Edition had, but it just came out here recently. I've got it in the mail now, so there'll be more archetypes to cover later on. Maybe I actually will talk about Pathfinder again. They have Rise of the Runelords. It's an adventure path, a whole set of books. Altogether, it's a big adventure. That's how Pathfinder works. They come out with adventure paths. Like you get 4 to 5 books that come out periodically. That's why I say they come out with something like every month. Pathfinder does. But for the Savage World edition, they're just slowly transferring things over into the Savage Worlds version. So the first box set, you can get them individually, but I got the box set, of course, for Rise of the Runelords. It comes with all the whole campaign and little books all together in one box and a few extra things. There's a lot of extras you could buy for this. If I want to play a Pathfinder game, it's most likely going to be the Savage Worlds version. I should tell you, if you just want a basic fantasy game without the Pathfinder influences, Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, the newest edition, has a fantasy companion that just came out. So if you just want a blank canvas to work with, it's a fantasy setting for Savage Worlds. The fantasy companion is probably your best bet. But if you want all the world built for you and everything already, and the great art that comes from Pathfinder and Paizo, this box set or this book would be the best one to get. I'm going to get both just because, like I said, shelf space. I like to fill it. But this looks good. You've seen other big box sets like this before. I've had Holler and other ones, Wild West.
I don't think I've seen one this big.
No, it's the biggest. It is the biggest by a long shot.
With this much stuff.
It comes with a bunch of cards as well.
I ran out of space.
Yeah.
And I'm just scrunched up trying to go through this book.
It comes with a whole bunch of cards, like archetype cards, so you get an idea what your character can do. You can hand out to players. It has the initiative cards, which are really large compared to normal playing cards. They're bigger than like tarot cards or, well, I don't know of any bigger cards, do you? It comes with, status cards, like are you shaken or injured, what have you.
Okay, but the art with these dragons is beautiful.
It's the Paizo art. A lot of it came straight out from first edition Paizo rulebook. I don't know who done the art, but I know Paizo's book has it in it. I like Paizo's art better than D&D's. I should have probably covered this back when we'd having the OGL debacle a while back. Everybody was trying to get away from D&D. This would have been a good one to cover because I had it. I just didn't talk about it. I don't know why. It also has a, what do you call it?
They have a giant centipede.
Yeah.
And a giant slug. And a giant leech.
Oh, Paizo. They call their monster manuals, their version of monster, they call them bestiaries. Like a bestiary, but it's bestiary. They also have a separate book that's a bestiary. I'm pretty sure the box set comes with it if you get the $199 box set. Is there a bestiary in there?
What am I looking for?
The monster manual, basically. It's a bestiary.
Oh, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. So yeah, so if you get the box set, it comes with all that. And in my opinion, even though it's $200, it's the best bet. Unless you just want to get a PDF of the core book for $24. I know, I guess that's a privilege of mine to say, oh, it's just safer to get the more expensive option. But I know what it's like not to have the money to buy more. I try to save up. Some people don't have that luxury. And the PDF's there. And the core rule book is there if you just want to get that by itself. I think it's like $49 if you don't want to get the PDF. And if you buy it from Pinnacle, you get the PDF for it for free anyway after you buy the physical copy. Funny enough, I've been looking on Amazon. It's $180 on Amazon if you want to go there for the box set. It says it has 0 pages in the description because I guess a box don't have pages.
Yeah.
The companion in Rise of the Runelords does not come in the box set. You have to get those separately. And if you want the companion, it's $29 and $2 for the Runelords entire set. You can get them individually as you need them, though, and it's a little bit cheaper. This comes with, let me go up here and read the back of this. What does it come with? It comes with core rules, GM screen, the bestiary, Hollow's Last Hope, Adventure, the Inner Seas poster map, which is a location in Golarion, and quick chase deck to help with the whole chases. RPGs have an issue of chases being kind of a drag or bad in general. That comes with status card, archetype cards, 5 power dials, the little things that keep track of your power points, template status tokens, a set of dice, and 25 bennies.
The box may say on Amazon that there's no pages. There's 128
in the bestiary.
I don't know how to get it back in here.
Oh gosh, no! I'll have to watch somebody unbox it in reverse.
Oh, okay, there we go.
That's another thing. I don't open it enough because I have the PDFs. So when I do get them out, I sit here and fiddle with them for 30 minutes trying to get everything back on my pretty box set. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. If you're into fantasy settings, classic fantasy settings, like basically D&D, this is that, but with the Savage Worlds rule set. If you don't know about the Savage Worlds rule set, go back and listen to our earlier episode about it. You would play this, wouldn't you? Just to
get you to open it.
Well, yeah. It says it was released, I don't know if it's true, but it says it was released in August 1st, 2022, which seems weird. I thought I bought it earlier than that. It's going to be a fairly short episode. I don't know what else to say about fantasy settings. I can go into the whole background of Golarion, whatever. There's many, many, many years worth of lore there. It's kind of like trying to get into a Warhammer thing. Once you know it's a fantasy setting, Dungeons and Dragons, classic fantasy. That's all I need to say, and you kind of understand it. As your standard classes you would see in any fantasy setting or D&D setting especially. It's just, I don't like to keep bringing up D&D when in other games, but I said it a long time ago, it's like the baseline that people will understand.
Yeah.
I don't mean to do it. And if we ever had a proper sponsor, they'd ask me probably not to do it. That makes it so much harder to reference things. I guess
then just say tabletop role-playing game. I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to say Lord of the Rings. A lot less magic involved in it than D&D. Like every character in that book or movie isn't throwing fireballs and stuff.
Well, I don't much care for Lord of the Rings, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be a very good example anyway.
No.
Because I don't think it's much like that. There may be a few similar things, but...
Quick mention here, the frequently bought together section on Amazon, it has the Ultimate Core, the Runelords box set, and the companion that don't come in the box set, more lore in it, and other things. I think I also might have some magic items. But together, it's $303.11.
Well, I think this box is definitely worth $200, but as you said, especially nowadays in this economy, I don't think a lot of people are going to be able to have that much to spare. For $50 or under, you can get the core book, which would be plenty to go start with, especially if you just want to try it and don't want to try Pathfinder or D&D. It uses your standard dice the same as those games do. The rules are a little bit easier to understand, in my opinion, than Pathfinder. And if you wanted to get the 2 Pathfinder core books, Paizo's version, the D20 version, on Amazon, they're $46 each. And that doesn't include the bestiary. So you're already pushing pretty close to that price point, like 50 short for the Ultimate Core. D&D is not much farther difference in price when it comes to the basics you need. You'd have to get 3 books as well. GM. You don't have to have GM. You can't, and most likely you will get the GM, the player core book, and the bestiary, or the monster manual. And that will run you very close to the $200 or the $180 on Amazon. So all in all, it isn't that big of a difference. And this comes with a whole lot more than just those 3 books when you add it all up. That's all I really had to say about it. What was your favorite part about that book as you flipped through it, besides the softness?
Softy. The paper.
Yes.
The paper. Okay. Mm-hmm. I like the art and the rules system.
The art is beautiful as well. I didn't go through the rules because that I wouldn't be the one that would have to worry too much about that anyway.
Uh-huh.
But I like looking through the monsters and things like that.
Yeah. And I won't go into Rise of the Runelords adventures because they're adventures and that'd be kind of be spoilery.
Yeah.
The box set does come with a few extra things. Let me tell you what comes
I think it would be fun too because as we've mentioned, there was a few decks of cards. Some of them looked like playing cards. And you said that that's how you do, what was it, initiation? Is that the word?
Initiative?
Yes, initiative. But
and that's each turn. Each turn you deal out hands to everybody or deal out a card to everybody.
See, I like that. Mm-hmm. That's different. And there's 2 or 3 other packs of cards that I feel like would just add.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah.
And it's got that map.
Oh, well.
I don't know what the other cardboard thing was because you didn't open it.
Which other cardboard thing?
It looked like it was folded up.
I read everything that was in the box out earlier.
Back.
The adventure path.
You're going to need some muscle if you buy it.
Yeah. It's warping my shelf. It is. I had to move it to one of the edges of the shelf.
It's not the map. GM screen plus
That's it.
Adventure?
That's the GM screen. I bet you've seen a GM screen, didn't you? It unfolds. And
that's probably what it is.
I couldn't figure out what you were talking about. The Adventure Path box set, the $92 one on Amazon, it comes with all 6 parts of the Adventure Path. You can buy them separately, like I said, but if you get the box set, you get the a guide to Varicea. It's a book. It's a guide to the area. Important handouts for the campaign and a poster map detailing the town, Sandpoint. So for the money, probably cheaper just to buy the box set. Like I said, if you want to get it all together, it's $303 for the core, the Runelords, and the companion. I think it didn't come out till later. I know it wasn't in the box set. Probably just because they couldn't fit no more in there and ship it over the seas. I guess that's all I have to say about it. Really fun to look at, if nothing else, for me. I like most Savage Worlds things. I'd recommend it. I say that. I don't think I've covered a game, though, that I haven't recommended it. But this is one of the better.
That's what I'm here for.
This is one of the better deals, even for the price. If you spent the $303, you'd be playing for a long time. Well, a very long time.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get the Savage Worlds core book, because unlike most, this setting has the core rules inside the book. I'll put a link in the description for this, the affiliate link, Thrive Through RPG, and I'll put a Linktree link in the description that will take you to all of our socials and our home website. That'll be the first link you see in that Linktree. It will let you look at all of our other podcasts or subscribe to them. You can get the RSS feeds or go straight to whatever podcast app you like from there in the follow option. We have Leveling Duo, which at the moment is on hiatus until Dakota gets unbusy, but it will be back, and it discovers me and my friend Dakota's video games we've always liked to talk about and play, different ones about every week. And then we also have Horrific History and Hauntings. It's where my sister tells me about exactly what's in the title, horrific history, hauntings, fun facts about different things in history. It's just stuff like that. And then all of our socials, like I said, you can follow us, let us know what you think, reach out to us. We have our TikToks, our Twitters, X or whatever, Threads. She has an email. You can email her there as well. We are working on getting some subscription stuff set up. So if you want extra content, it ain't there now, but soon it will be a link in the description that takes you to an option to subscribe and you get bonus content or stuff like that, depending on what tier you want. But I just wanted to let you all know that that's in the works. Also, I've been streaming on YouTube. Our YouTube link's in that link tree. Find that there, and I'll see you in chat if you want to show up. Thank you for listening. I've been Ramie.
And I'm Beth.
Bye-bye.